So as you move forward, I don't know if you can see that, the headlights move quite a bit. So as I turn the steering wheel, they will move all over the place. And you can see it a little bit better right here. So as I turn the steering wheel, they rapidly move. But they don't go that far to the left or right. So cornering lights would help out with that scenario, but it does an okay job. Usually these type of systems, they're just a little bit unnecessary to move it, considering you still need corner lights anyway. But you can see the cutoff right there. You see how jagged those lights are across those trees. It's not like a clear cutoff line. So with all those reflector headlights, they don't overlap at close range. At like a close up, you can see how they're kind of patchy. But out on the road, they kind of, since you have a greater distance, they can blend more. They scatter more. The light scatters more. Then they do a little bit better job. I have the automatic high beams on right now, so they're just kind of. We'll see how well they work. So that's, if you happen to see the high beams turn on or off randomly, that's because I have them turned on automatic. Yeah, let me know what you think about those active bending type lights. Because most of the really good headlights that I've seen, usually just they're static lights, they don't move, and they just illuminate everything evenly. And usually the active bending just doesn't really add much to that. Not like a cornering light would. But we'll see how they look. So the cutoff is nice and low, but still we can see the ground good. So we're not shining any lights on the back of that person's head. And as we dip down and we see the road here, you can see there's a shadow there, and it's supposed to be more on the oncoming traffic lane, but it's a little bit on my lane as well, from what I can tell here. But still, I have pretty decent visibility with the low beams on. And they tend to go there on the sides quite a bit as well. Really like the acceleration this vehicle has, especially when you put it in power mode. It's very impressive. Okay, so here's a dark road, which has a good setback as far as the trees not being too close. And yeah, you see how it's a lot less patchy looking when you're on the open road, and the light is able to, get at its furthest distance. So we can see the trees in the distance. We can see the road fairly evenly compared to before, and the distance is really good. It doesn't fade out. That dark spot is completely illuminated with the high beams on, and the automatic high beams are doing their job right now, not flashing anybody. Alright, so there's another good view, a good distance view, where we can see at a good distance. We can see the trees even though they're far away, and the good spread on the road as far as the illumination there. Now I'm all for the auto leveling type system, where it keeps the headlights level, especially when you're like flooring it and stuff. The active bending, no. I mean, I just don't see where it's actually adding much here. In my particular case, I mean, this is flat, almost completely flat roads, and and everything. So it's something to consider in your situation if they would help you out. I mean, they're kind of neat. They're kind of like cool to show your friends and stuff. But as far as like a practical purpose, kind of move the steering wheel a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're a thing with the high beams. It's just the low beams. I'm not seeing. Maybe they're more subtle with the high beams. But as I move the steering wheel, I don't really see them moving much. But the low, yeah. But yeah, high beams are really good. Low beams are pretty good as well. And Volvo in general has been very impressive to me. I just connect with the brand. I connect with the styling, and I can kind of, even though there's a lot of things that and to some degree deal breakers, which I wouldn't even buy one sometimes, I can still appreciate what they're going for. So yeah, Volvo is just, I guess I'm a little bit more biased towards Volvo in a way, I guess, because I just subjectively connect to the style and the features and the design a lot.